Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to look at how do we create a Windows virtual machine with the following details. Okay, so here we are going to go and deploy a Windows virtual machine or Windows server, and we pick the subscription as MSDN. We'll create this virtual machine in a resource group called as AZ104 resource group. We'll name the virtual machine as Windows Prod VM1. And of course, where is this virtual machine is going to go and sit is in Central US. Besides that, whatever we are going to go and pick is standard BTS, image Windows 2016, DataCenter edition. And the disk that whatever we are going to use is premium disk for operating system. And we are going to add two additional disks during the deployment itself, 4 GB each. And then of course we go and create a VNet during the deployment itself and put this virtual machine in VNet 1 with this IP address, and which also got a subnet called as subnet 1 with this IP address. And of course the other settings will leave them as default, and then we'll deploy it. Let us quickly see how do we do that. Let us jump into our portal. Here I am in the portal, and I'll quickly go ahead and look for a service called as virtual machines. In this virtual machine, I'll add a virtual machine. And the first step is I want to go and pick the subscription as MSDN subscription resource group. So we don't have a resource group with the name called AZ104RG. We're going to go and create a resource group AZ104RG. What is a virtual machine name? Windows Prod VM1, and I want to deploy this in Central US. And the image that what I have to select is Windows 2016. So I'll go and pick a Windows 2016 server. The size that whatever we are going to go and pick is B2S standard BTS, which comes with 2 CPUs, 4 GB of RAM. Just create it. And I'll give username Vijay and password. And rest all the things I'll leave as default. Go to the disks. I'll make sure that the disk type, operating system disk type is standard SSD, sorry, premium SSD. And by default, it encrypts the disk. I'll leave that as default. And we also got a requirement of deploying 2 data disks. So how do I add the additional disk? Here I see attach, create and attach a new disk. I'll click on that. I'll name this as DataDisk 1. And what is the size? I'll say that source as none. We'll leave that as is. I'll change the size to 4 GB, and rest of the things will leave as is. Create, say OK. We'll also add one more. This time I'll say it as disk 2. I'll change the size to 4 GB. Say OK. Now you have 2 disks which are added. Go to the networking, and here I need to create a VNet, the name called as AZ104 VNet 1. So let us do it. I'll click on this create new VNet. I'll name this as AZ104 VNet 1, and we'll pick the address space 10.0.0.0/24 or /16 rather, and we'll create a subnet with the name subnet1. And what should be the IP address? 10.0.0.0/24. Say OK. Rest all the things do as default. Say next. Say next. The next. Preview and create. Create it. I'll pause the video for a while for this to get deployed, and then we'll come back. You can see this VM is deployed, and we can quickly go to the virtual machine, and this virtual machine is deployed in a resource group called as AZ104, which is Windows operating system, and it has got B2S as a size and picks a public IP address, and it sits in a VNet and subnet, which is specified. And if you go to the disks, you see there are two disks which are added. There's one operating system disk, which is with premium SSD. Let us try to quickly get into this VM using the public IP address. I'll copy the public IP address, go to MSDN, put the IP address, log in with the user ID and password. And you are in. So let us quickly get into the disk management. Let's first go to Windows Explorer. And you see only one disk, which is C drive. You see only one volume, which is C drive. And we did create additional two disks of 4 GB each. We don't see that here. If you go to the disk management, you'll see the raw disks. All you need to do is, right, these are the two raw disks. All you need to do is, you need to, go and create a volume out of it. Right? That's all. Right? So this one is formatted as F and named as volume F, and the other one is also formatted and name it as volume G. So now if you go back, now you see two 4 GB disks. Hope this video helps. Please subscribe if you haven't done it. Thank you. Thanks for watching.